New York City Mayor Eric Adams is issuing his most dire warning yet about the migrant crisis, saying it's gotten so bad, it's going to destroy the city.
And let me tell you something, New Yorkers. Never in my life have I had a problem that I did not see an ending to. I don't see an ending to this. I don't see an ending to this. This issue will destroy New York City.
Mayor Adams made those remarks last night at a town hall. The mayor has pleaded for help for months as the city struggles to help more than 100,000 migrants. The issue is putting a strain on the city's shelter system, on the schools, on the budget. It's an estimated cost of $12 billion to care for the migrants in New York City, just over 3 years. Mayor Adams and New York Governor Kathy Hochul, have both publicly blamed each other for the crisis, but they are also both blaming the Biden administration.
This crisis originated with the federal government, and it must be resolved through the federal government.
It's not just a problem in New York City. In Chicago, groups of migrant families are sleeping on the floor in police stations as they have nowhere else to go. In Washington, D.C., officials say they spent millions, tens of millions of dollars helping migrants in just the past 4 months. And the flow of migrants through the southern border isn't letting up. Last month, Border Patrol arrested 91,000 migrants who came to the border in family groups. That was a record number of families crossing the border. Joining me now for more on the migrant crisis facing big cities is PIX on Politics anchor Dan Mannarino and Johanna Maska, CEO of the Global Situation Room and a former White House advisor to President Obama. Dan, the mayor has been raising this alarm for months, but these remarks last night, it's going to destroy New York City? Wow.
You know, Elizabeth, I've talked to you about this in the past, right? I think that these words that we heard from the mayor last night at this town hall on the Upper West Side of New York was the strongest rebuke that we've heard so far, not only of the crisis itself here in New York City, but his harshest words towards the federal government as well, saying there is no end in sight, there is no help coming, and because of that, we are in a crisis. And there are so many factors here, Elizabeth, to talk about, right? Not only are they out of room with the shelter system, they are going back. Kids were going back to school today. There were 20,000 additional migrant children headed to the school system today, added to the 1.1 million school children who were back there, which was straining the school system, was straining the teachers. They were looking for bilingual teachers. So now there is a crisis on so many levels. And then on top of all of that, you add the $12 billion price tag, which he's saying now, and again, to a New Yorker, this is big. We're going to cut from every single department. Now, I'm sitting down with the mayor tomorrow for half an hour. I'm going to talk to him about what exactly those cuts look like. But once New Yorkers really start to feel it, they may be at a change of tune about what exactly the right to shelter means here in New York City.
I would think so. Johanna, Mayor Adams has gone repeatedly in person to the White House to beg for help. The governor has also repeatedly asked for help and is blaming President Biden. This is an election year. Why isn't Biden doing more on this?
It's a good question, Elizabeth. This is going to be a problem for the Biden administration and the Biden campaign. If you've got the mayor continually criticizing any of your efforts on immigration, the fallout has been pretty public between these two leaders. With Mayor Adams, he had been a planned surrogate for the campaign before they booted him off the surrogate list. And then, you know, he's continued to criticize them. I don't think that's the right strategy because at this point, you're wondering who Eric Adams is going to endorse. So I do think that they need to talk with him. There are some underlying issues. There have been some underlying issues with Eric Adams' tenure, starting with him trying to appoint his brother as his security guard. Right. Of course, he ended up just taking $1 a year and doing that job. And then there have been some indictments and some people around him in the campaign finance. So there's always the question, is he using this as something to throw someone else under the bus? But there's obviously a situation here. And I don't think the Biden administration is getting out of this very easily.
We're looking at the images right now of migrants sleeping on the street in New York City. We just a moment ago showed you images of migrants sleeping on the floor of police stations in Chicago. This is not just a New York City problem. There are a lot of big, mostly Democratic cities across the country grappling with the migrant crisis. And all of them, there's one common thing, that Biden isn't doing enough. The Biden administration isn't doing enough, that they need more help. This cannot be good in an election year on an issue that is a big issue for the Republicans, which is his handling of the border crisis. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.